This episode of 3LWTV is brought to you by Sizzle Miami and Inferno DR.
He like Alicia Keys. On record.
If someone tells you I'm HIV positive and you're gonna walk away, that's a cop-out.
How fat is too fat when you're dating?
It is nothing about discrimination. It has nothing to do with that you're fat.
I was just destined to be gay.
I'm a sucker for love. I'm like the emotional out the group.
Bitch, Rhianna is shutting the breakfast game down. Beyonce, you ain't shit, girl, cause you ain't eating ass.
With the boys of BoiRevolution with Nikki J.
Your boy Kid Court.
And your boy TT. Coming to the dark where we don't make the tea, we just fucking spill it.
And you are watching none other than
3LWTV.
Welcome to 3LWTV. I'm Lonnell on location in Atlanta, Georgia, where I'm hanging out today with the Men of Boi-Revolution. If you haven't had the opportunity to check out their popular web show, you should do so. The information is just below in the little bit more information box. Also, they've got a popular YouTube channel that's growing. You must check that out as well. Please welcome 3LWTV, BoiRevolution.
Welcome. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hey. Kid Court.
Kid Court. What's up, 3LWTV?
TT.
Hey world.
Nikki J.
What
What is BoiRevolution?
It is a movement. BoiRevolution was basically born out of a friendship, and all of us are very opinionated. We love talking about everything that's going on in the world, and we said, why not start a radio show? Why not start a movement? And bring along the entire world with us. So
BoiRevolution got started because of an argument, actually. We were having a debate, like we always do, probably about Beyonce or somebody, and we decided to put it on the radio. And actually, Kid Court and I have been talking about doing a radio show for a long time. And then we met TT, which was just like the black pepper on top of the macaroni.
So who are the Men of Boi-Revolution?
I am Nikki J, originally from New York, Jamaica, Queens. What? I'm fun and exciting, and I just love doing this show with these guys. And I try to keep like my personal life as personal as possible. But you can ask me something, I'll slip up and tell you a couple drinks.
Okay. More mimosas, please.
I'm TT, originally from Louisiana. One thing I will share with you guys is I am establishing myself as a better songwriter outside of BoiRevolution, so that's my individuality outside of BoiRevolution. I'm very outspoken.
What's up, 3LWTV? This is your boy Kid Court.
We already did that.
Originally from Cleveland, Ohio. I've been in Atlanta about almost 4 years. One thing most people don't know about me is, well, I'm trying to get them to know that now, but I'm also an inspiring actor and a screenwriter. Go to film school, so I'm trying to get my little Spike Lee on, and I am single, so.
So dating in Atlanta, why is it so difficult? Or is it?
So difficult.
Why?
So difficult. Because, and no offense, because there's nothing wrong with it, but it's everybody in this city just wants sex. And that's just my personal opinion for people that I've dated. At a time, at a certain time, that's what I wanted. But now it's like, that gets old after a while. I'm not a whore or anything, but I mean, it's most of the men in the city, they're not relationship oriented. And I've always said this, and I stick to it. I feel like black gay men have it worse than black women finding a good man.
I think that dating is difficult in any city, not just in Atlanta, but I think people use Atlanta as an example because it is quote unquote the black gay mecca, so most gay men here are supposed to be, together or whatnot. But because it is so many different people here, I think people are looking for what they can get out of you and bouncing on to the next. I have personally given up on dating in Atlanta personally, so I'm just having a good time and I'm going to enjoy myself and, there are a couple suitors every now and then who will come in and, shine some light and some dollars, and they keep it
light and dollars. Do tell.
I think it just boils down to men can't do right. They just can't do right. They feel like they see something that's cuter and sexier, and they think the grass is green on the other side, and when they get their ass over there, it ain't. I think I done probably gave up on trying to date in Atlanta.
And see, that's the difference between us, because they have their views on relationships, and we get into a lot on the air about that.
Yeah, because you want to be married.
I'm all
That's
for
it,
relationships if you can find the right one.
Mm-hmm.
But in Atlanta,
See, they've basically given up on it. I haven't. I feel like it's hope out there. I feel like I will find the one. They just like
okay, so let me rephrase that. If I find the right one, then I'm not opposed to a relationship.
But how are you going to find the right one if you go into it with the expectation that that it's a problem here?
But I mean, I think I'm off of my past experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they were horrible. Like, child.
Like I always
nobody
say,
on blast on 3LW.
just keep your grass green and more lawnmowers will come. Just chill. Please, I got time for that.
What would a successful relationship look like to you, especially like in the environment of Atlanta where there's definitely quantity over quality for the appearance?
Honesty, trust, bringing 50-50.
Listening.
Mm-hmm.
Like they always say, you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. That's 2 times to listen and 1 time to talk.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right,
you need to
that.
listen.
Are relationships realistic, especially in the grinder, Adam for Adam, BGC? And don't act like y'all don't know and that y'all don't have accounts, because you hit me up all the time. in this type, with the technology, I mean, it's almost like cheating is almost expected, or how can you trust someone?
I personally, I put my trust in the Lord. Men will disappoint you, and when I say men, I'm just saying like general.
If you set yourself
We have flaws, but like you said, if you set yourself to be disappointed, you will be disappointed.
It's
So.
your very long.
Right.
Call me Bishop.
So, would you be willing to be one of the spiritual sons?
Child, he probably already is.
Read that Bible.
That one poster child about I ain't telling.
I ain't telling because the money's
I
still
ain't
coming
messing
in.
up my money.
Okay. If that check don't clear, holler at me, ABC, NBC. I got the exclusive.
You believe in gay marriage? Or not?
I do. I don't think they do. See,
I do. He doesn't.
he doesn't.
He don't believe in marriage, period.
He don't believe in
This
marriage.
is my thing. This is my thing. Why should I brand myself and be a success and then marry somebody who don't have shit? We get a divorce and then you run off with half of everything that I worked the past 10 years for. Fuck that.
Well, what if it's somebody that you meet that is elevated more in society as far as income and all that than you? Like if you met somebody wealthy and they had that attitude towards you.
Then that's absolutely fine. Then we have the perfect attitude because they are with me because they know I am going to be where you are and 10 times better than you. I do not personally believe in marriage. I do not believe in poor people getting together. I don't know what the fuck that bitch is. I do not believe in poor people getting together, getting married. That is so stupid to me. I don't believe in marriage at all.
Why do you
I have a lot of
disagree?
reasons for it, but I don't believe in it.
I feel like the meaning of marriage has really, I think marriage has lost its meaning and why you get married in our society, but I'm a sucker for love. I'm like the emotional one out the group, like...
When that thing cries,
Oh, child.
stand back. It's like
the end of the world.
right.
But no, I really do believe in marriage. I believe that you can find the one and you can actually live a life with them. And I believe that people's intentions on getting married these days and the meaning of marriage is based. I think we've lost that as a society. But I definitely believe that if you fall in love, you want to be with that person, make it official. You know, no matter if you ain't got nothing there, if you broke and I'm broke and we get married, let's be broke and in love together, not lonely and broke. You know?
Child, Paul.
That's such a beautiful.
Paul,
Fairy
no,
tale.
that's beautiful till he said let's be broke together. Cause
I was using
child, I can be broke by myself. Marriage these days is a damn business. You have
It really should
contracts.
be that way.
And that's how people look at it. It's a business. You have contracts. You have, well, this person ain't getting what I worked hard for because this is mine and this. There's too much going on. I think people need to get back to the real meaning of marriage. That's loving people. Stand by somebody's side for a lifetime.
See, that's what I have a problem with marriages, because people look at marriage as a business. That's why people like me don't want to get married, because if
You're
I'm with you
like
and we're
business.
together and we love each other, why even get married? Why do I feel I don't have to go around to everyone in the United States showing them off some ring and the changing of my last name to show you that I love you or I care about you. We're together. Gay people don't get married for a reason.
But if you do get married and it's legal, then you have the benefits, the tax benefits, you have different protections under the law. So you might not have that if you're just shacking.
Well,
Yes,
I come from a shacked family. Okay, and the only reason why my parents got married was because my mom was the one making the money. I got really, really sick, and my dad took me, and there was a big problem about it because we didn't share the same last name, and so my parents got married for that reason. A woman with money marrying some broke motherfucker. I don't know if we can curse on here, but let me be real.
By all means.
So I just don't agree with the joining of assets and all this other stuff. I feel like yours is yours and mine is mine, and when we're together, and that's it.
But see, I don't like that mindset, because when you go into a marriage and you with that mindset, okay, this is a business and you ain't getting what I got, like you're not gonna have a successful marriage.
Well, like all of you were saying, that it's kind of lost its meaning of what it's supposed to be, and it's a mess, and people just don't respect that institution. And personally, I'm not sure if you're familiar with Alexis K. Tyler, Miss Vagina, but I think that one of the best things she said about marriage was like a wedding ring is like a noose around the nuts, and
That ain't some truth for
I
your
love
ass.
her.
That's not some truth.
I was
for
just
your
like,
ass.
okay, so I kind of get it. I'm not against it, and if the right situation presented itself, I would be willing to work forward and move in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
But some people feel like they're less than if they're not married, and I just think we get married for those reasons, and that's just.
I've never met two black gay males who said we've been together for 30 years.
I went to Club 91, and there was a couple there celebrating their anniversary, and they had been together for 15 years.
Yeah, see, that's like unheard of.
Yeah.
That's unheard. And the guy that was like hosting the show, he was like, y'all give me hope, because he was like, I didn't think it was possible, especially in Atlanta. Nobody thinks that a black gay male couple can be together for many years, because I personally feel like, as far as black lesbians, their relationship lasts. But as far as black gay males, you don't see that.
And I think that because people don't see an example of that leads into the whole DL thing, because not only can I not feel comfortable, I don't even see an example of two black gay men coming together and being together for a long time. So why leave this stable relationship that I have, even though I'm unhappy, and I know clearly she's unhappy because I'm sticking my dick in something else that ain't a pussy. Why leave this stability for something that is so open that I don't know if I'll be able to attach myself to? That is retarded.
I think those couples that are out there, and hopefully I'll get a chance to expose some of them too, but I think if we begin to see that, find out what they're doing to make it work, because they are out there, but we just don't really see them.
Right.
Because they entertain in their homes, which they own. They usually, have approached it as a team, as a partnership, and been really trying to make it work. The ones that I've met. What do you think of images in the media of black gay men?
Let me.
I already know what you about to go
Yeah.
with. Go ahead.
With blacks, period, I feel like a lot of reality shows and networks exploit blacks for entertainment. with that being said, there is a trailer. I'm not sure if you heard about it, but it's called The Life Atlanta.
Yes, I've
And
seen
it's
it.
it's supposed to be basically like a gay black version of the Housewives shows or whatever. And when I saw the trailer, I just saw messiness, and not trying to down them for what they're doing because they're trying to make a name for themselves. Good luck to you. But I feel like we already don't have the black community behind us because being gay and being black is like a taboo basically, and we don't have society really behind us. So if you're going to present yourself in a public setting as in television, you need to be shown doing positive things.
You know what?
And I don't feel like they were showing being positive. They were being catty and messy, and it's like we already are looked down upon. Show them the other side of us being successful, having careers, and being positive in the community. Not say, oh, this person sleeping with that person, and he an escort, this and that. No, that's just gonna basically make the stereotypes worse.
Right. And that's what totally pisses me off. Because I feel like being black and being gay, the odds are already against us. And when you come out with shows like that, that's downing each other and, oh, she a stunt queen and she a escort and she do this. People fall into that stereotype and they think that all gay black men are like that. And we're not.
It's just a black thing in general.
In general, yeah.
I think, I think so many people, if you are already walking out into this world with that weight on your back saying, oh, I'm black and I'm gay, they're against me. They are going to be against you if you're walking out with that kind of attitude. When I walk out of my house, I don't say, my name is Nikki J, I'm black and gay. You can already see that I'm black.
Yeah, you can tell that you're gay.
And if you hang around me long enough, I'll snap in your eye. I'll use the Real Housewives of Atlanta as an example. Every black gay man on that show, they show is wearing heels and makeup.
Yeah, everybody
and then you watch Real House, and
like
then you
that.
watch What Happened Live with Andy, and he asked, does every gay man in Atlanta do that?
No, because
People-
we don't wear heels.
No.
And that's where I say for falling into that stereotype. People see one gay black man and they think, oh, the whole.
But then,
It's like
also,
that.
on the other hand, you also have to look at it like this. It's a business, and those people are making money. And I am not going to stop your paper player. They are not representing me, so I can't even hold claim to that. Because you're not representing me, because that's not how I am.
Right.
So I'm not even going to give you the weight of holding the black community on your shoulders.
I mean, though I love a good Christian Louboutin pump, but I ain't gonna wear one.
What role do you think religion should play or spirituality and sexuality?
They need to be more respectful. Some churches, I don't like some of the things that pastors, especially the pastors that's doing it behind the scenes, i.e. Eddie Long. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
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 The spiritual son got awfully quiet.
Okay.
Like, talking about my bishop. My
You be
bishop.
like, y'all gonna pop off by my cat daddy.
And no, I don't go to Eddie Long. And no,
None of us go. But and I'm not throwing shots at Eddie Long, but I don't like pastors who, do their sermon off, oh, you can't be gay, you can't do this, and then you in the background and you doing it. That's hypocritical.
But that's
and
all
don't
people.
do
But
that.
not even that. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
the black church period. They make such a big deal, and I was raised up in the church, and I still attend church regularly, and they make such a big deal about being gay. It's like, this is how the Lord made me. I was born this, I believe I was born this way, this is how he made me. And they make it seem like, being gay is the ultimate sin. A sin is a sin. If you go out there and tell a lie, and you claim, oh, you're going to be here because you're gay, okay, well, you're going to be right there with me because you just told a lie. You told that girl so-and-so, you told her a lie. So, I mean, if you think it's a sin, which I don't think it is, 'cause I feel like I was born this way, if you think it's a sin, keep that to yourself.
People in church are speaking their opinion. And I am not going to sit there and walk into your church and tell you how you should praise and what you should think and what you should do. You
So
see
don't
people
tell
like
me.
Eddie Long, I call them examples. They're an example. They are showing you that your opinion may not be the right opinion, but it's still your opinion, boo. You can think whatever you want, but you have an example. The man that you call your flock, he got a sheep flock. Hello.
And this is one thing that made me upset. The gospel group, Mary. I love some of the music. God to me, that was my jam. But I seen that they did an interview. And the person that was interviewing them, he asked them, he was like, well, you guys have a huge gay following. Like, how do you feel about that? And they said, oh, well, you know, we appreciate them, but, you know, we don't actually condone the gay lifestyle, and we just feel like they need a hug and they need to be guided. But then again, on Twitter, when all of this stuff about Eddie Long came out, they was like, oh, well, y'all need to stop talking about Eddie Long and y'all need to just pray for him. But you just said on an interview that all gay people, we need guidance and we need a hug. So why you can't say that about Eddie Long? Because he in the church and he's a pastor. He don't need a hug and he don't need guidance. But since he's in church, you know, just pray for him and his family. I don't like that. That's what pisses me off. Like, don't be a hypocrite. If you're going to have an opinion, have your opinion. And that's fine. You can have your opinion. But don't cast out on gay people who's not in the church or who's being themselves openly versus gay people who's in the church and they're behind the scenes. I don't like that.
My pastor back home in Cleveland, who I grew up with, he knows I'm gay. And my mother, she told me, she said she knew I was gay when I was about 3-4 years old. And she said that she went to the pastor crying and said, you know, Pastor, I think my son might be gay. And the pastor was like, you know, and I think I've told your story this before. The pastor was like, you know, if he is, this is who he is, you know, just pray for him, that he's a successful young man. But if this is who he is, you know, you need to love him regardless. And like to this day, we still communicate. So not all pastors are like that.
Not
my
all
pastor
pastors.
back
And
home.
that's how you know you got a good
Everybody needs to be prayed for, not just gay
Right.
people.
Everybody.
Everybody needs prayer.
In our culture of no fats, no femmes, and you know all these other labels, how big is too big to date to take out into public?
Too big? Who's an example?
Rick Ross.
Yes, that's.
So
No, I'm small. He might crush
Now,
me.
isn't that discriminating
Honestly,
against?
I think I'm not against fat people because I've dated some fat people. I feel like it's a problem when you're so big that you can't, how do I want to put it? You can't take care of yourself. You can't do for yourself. Like, you have some people who can't even get off the couch. It's a struggle to get out of the bed. Like, when you're that big, and I don't think it's even for dating. It's like you have to look at yourself and be like, look, okay, this is out of control. I need to take care of myself for my health, my family, and the people who love me.
It boils down to commonality. It's what you have in common. One of the things that I like to do is take care of myself. That involves maintaining my weight. Clearly, you don't like to do that, so we don't have anything in common.
That's how I feel. I mean,
and so it is nothing about discrimination. It has nothing to do with that you're fat. Because I don't mind a little, you know, I'll use Cole on Martin. Perfect example. I would date Cole in a heartbeat.
Cole's not fat though.
But he's a little thick. I'll date
See, that's the difference. Personally, I'm not.
Fat.
I've never found myself attracted to someone who was obese. That's just
Honest. That's
yeah.
honest. And you said you did date some people that were overweight. Were you embarrassed or for them or for yourself in public? Did people ever stare at them or stare at the two of you?
Because I don't give a shit what people think. Because he don't live his life for other people. I live my life for me. And if I like someone genuinely and I love them or whatever the situation may be, then I'm going to be with that person.
But there's like a whole community, the Chug Club, and you know, there's a whole
Bears.
community of the Bears and all that type of stuff.
I'm a bear.
But I still think that it's wrong that they have to still be like a subculture, or that we can't just respect or treat them like normal.
Unfortunately, in this world, in this society, this country is based on prejudice. So, fat is a prejudice. People are against it.
Or is it a preference?
A preference or prejudice. You got some white people who want to be with black people. You got some Mexicans. I only want to date Lebanese people. It's all in what your preference is. We have different views and opinions and ideas of people that we want to be with for a reason. That's who we are. That's the way we were built. That's how this country is.
Yeah.
What I have a problem with, if there's a problem, I have a problem with a fat person telling me that I'm shallow or I'm a bitch because I don't want to date you. That's where my problem comes in.
You know?
You're just not my type.
Not the
you have a
same.
lovely personality, but I just don't want to go there with you.
Because I've seen some fat people like, you ain't got no meat on your bones. I ain't trying to talk to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's discriminatory on both ways.
It's the same way. Like, honey, I
I'm
ain't
like,
trying to get up
excuse
in
me,
the,
I ain't got to be to my bones.
in the bed with you and slap bones.
Yeah. I hate the no femme thing. Because
That's-
a lot of times you be guys and they try to put, try to butch it up, and it's like, just be yourself.
Right.
You know, like.
One guy, I had to go off on him because he kept doing that no film shit, and he was like, oh, I'm masculine. I'm like, sweetie, first of all, if you was masculine, it would be naturally and it would be shown. You wouldn't have to say it. So I said, you walking around, you talking about you masculine, you this and that. I was like, who you trying to show that? Me or you?
Who you fooling?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Who are you trying to?
when you walk around and you gotta constantly say, oh, I'm masculine, like.
But I understand it. I understand a guy who says he doesn't want to. It's the old saying. It's the, if I wanted to be with a girl, I would be with a girl. I don't want to be with feminine. But I feel like this. Every gay man, even men, if you have ever met a woman or been in contact with a woman, there is something in you that is feminine. You had a mama, didn't you?
If you're feminine, you have a little femininity. I have a little femininity in myself. So it's like, why would I, completely shun you out?
I always tell the people that met me, when my dad was there, but he was like a business guy, so he was like always working. So I would always be around my sisters and my mom. So I've always just been around women. I was just destined to be gay.
Now, have you ever been out and you've seen a very overtly, well, maybe Atlanta's not the best example for this, but a very overtly effeminate man, maybe, who stood out in a masculine environment, maybe at a sporting event? Or have you ever been embarrassed for them or embarrassed to be with them?
No, because there's always at least 2 men in that crowd trying to whisper in their ear some sweet nothings. Child, please.
I dream of a day when, no matter what your size is, and no matter what your orientation, or if you're masculine, feminine, whatever, that you can just be without people, trying to
My thing is when you're being yourself and you have your individuality and you're not worried about that draws me to you.
Yeah.
Because that shows me that you love yourself enough to just be yourself and not worried about what other people think or say.
I can't, let people influence how I am who I am. The Lord made me the way He wanted me to be.
Yeah.
This is how I'm going to be.
Can 2 tops or 2 bottoms be in a successful relationship?
Yes.
And how does that work?
Jacking off.
A 2-sided dildo. No. I think it goes back to all about communication. You need to just communicate. Like, if you want to bring a third in there, like, why not? Just make sure it's communicated.
If you've established the listening
and communicating, that goes hand in hand.
If you've already cranked up your ears to listen, that would never happen. Because 2 bottoms, if you're a diehard, if you're a diehard bottom would never be with another bottom. And a diehard top would never be with another top, because I'm not going to compromise something that is passionate to me, my asshole, for you or for anybody else. Okay? My asshole is passionate about not having something go up in there. So I personally don't think that'll ever happen.
But you can still have a relationship.
It's called friendship.
No, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
We're friends.
I don't think nothing's better than a hot, versatile couple.
That's the best.
You get the best of both worlds. Child, if I want to be a bottom tonight and turn around and get on your back tomorrow night, we can do that.
We can do it.
And it works.
When is it appropriate to discuss your sexual health with your partner?
At the beginning. At the very beginning. I actually dated a guy who was HIV positive. And he told me, like, at the very beginning, and I really respected him a lot for telling me that, like, this is what it is. And I'm like, well, I'm negative, just to let you know. But he told me right from the bat, and I respect him a lot for that. And to this day, even though things didn't work out, we're still friends, and I respect him for that. So.
Were you afraid to be intimate with him?
At the beginning, I was afraid, but as time went on, we talked about it more, so. But at the beginning, I was.
What's going on over there?
Nothing. Definitely at the beginning.
At the beginning, like, hi, my name is Lonnell and I have herpes.
Well, no, not that.
I don't agree with the beginning, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because that's my tagline.
That's the tagline. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you why. I feel like if we're going to enter into a phase in our relationship where we're going to be serious with each other, then I should disclosing my health finances and all that other stuff with you. That's when we should be getting into all that stuff. If we're just doing a sexual thing and I'm protecting myself, we're using protection. So I'm fine. I'm negative, and I have dated somebody as well who didn't tell me until we sat down and we talked about it, and they were like, this is getting kind of serious. Maybe I should let you know. I'm positive, and that's fine because as most of you probably don't even know, them people that you meet on Adam and BGC are probably HIV positive and having whispered words to you, but they use protection. So what is the difference between them and somebody who you've been dating for a month telling you because you're getting serious? I don't need to sit up there and say, hi, my name is Nikki J. My social security number is this. My draw size is this. I live on this side of town. I drive that car. All that other stuff. That's none of your
But you should still say that when I say beginning, I mean not at the very, introduction,
Yeah.
but like somewhere in the beginning stages of what you're embarking on, that needs to be stated. He didn't tell me right out, but he told me in the beginning stage, like, look, I want to share this with you. I am HIV positive. So, and I respect him for that, but it needs to be stated somewhere in that beginning stage.
I think it needs to be stated right when you see that things are getting serious.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're starting to get into that relationship,
Sure.
and the sex is starting to get into the play.
Because,
I
I'm
think
saying
so.
this because when it comes to certain things, I'm a private person. And I don't feel like it's any of your business because you can't help me, or you're not going to, if we're just casually whatever, you're not going to benefit or not benefit from any kind of information that I give you or tell you. It's none of your business. I give you just enough so I can get my rocks off, and you can get your rocks
But
off.
if you're dating somebody, and you're and you start getting serious, and you start having feelings for that person, who's to say you might not be okay with them being HIV positive? And
That's the difference.
Wait a minute, but you might not be okay with it, but you like this person. Now you feel betrayed that they did not tell you at the beginning.
Wrong.
That's why it still needs to be stated.
I don't feel that way. I don't feel that way. I feel like if I know you and we're intimate and I like you and you tell me something like that, see, I feel like that's a cop-out. If someone tells you I'm HIV positive and you're going to walk away, that's a cop-out. And you're basically saying, in the future, if you got cancer or got into a car crash and I had to be in a wheelchair, your ass is going to bounce.
That's a serious thing, though. Like, if you have a disease
that
that
is
could
the same
possibly
thing.
be spread to somebody, that's a serious thing, and you need to like I said, that needs to be stated along somewhere in the beginning stages of the relationship.
Beyonce, Rhianna, Sierra, Alicia.
Sierra Diva.
That's exactly my point. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Why are we so craves? I mean, especially on Twitter, it just gets, and you Beyonce stands are
It's
the
a
worst.
This is my
It's a
thing.
generation.
This is my thing. I'm not a Rihanna stan.
Yes, you are.
No,
yes,
no,
you
I'm
are.
not.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
not a Rihanna stan.
Yes, he is.
I heard 3
3
Rihanna tracks on the way over here as he picked me
He
up.
is
Hold
a
on,
Rihanna stan,
first of all, we was listening to Rihanna loud in stores now in the car. Okay,
That's something that Stan would do.
no, but this
You're
is
not a
my
Rihanna
thing.
stan?
No,
So what are you?
no, I'm not a diehard like Rihanna. I don't go on every site and defend
You
her.
are a Rihanna stan. You might not be a big stan, but you are a Rihanna stan.
I mean, everybody is a stan of one person.
Not everybody.
Yes.
Not everybody.
Everybody has that one singer.
I don't think Nikki J is an Alicia Keys stan. I think he's an Alicia Keys super fan. I don't think he's a stan though.
I don't like stan and fan and stuff. But I will say this. It's not that serious where I'm going to go on every website and defend her, fight arguing with bitches on Twitter. Because people that's not even following me have came on my Twitter getting at me about something I said about Little Kim or something like days ago.
I think people are obsessed, but you also have to remember this is a generation thing. 30 years ago, they were standing for Diana Ross at Madison Square Gardens, and Tina Turner, and Cher, and Madonna. I think, and I'm gonna use gay men. Gay men find an artist that reflects a mirror of them, and they go for it.
Go for it.
And that's for all people. No, I love Alicia Keys, but I don't go to her fan page and act crazy, and I don't get into arguments with people on Twitter about it. Hell, I'm barely ever on Twitter, to be honest. I don't do that. If I'm a stand for anything, I'm a stand for the SOS band or somebody like that, or I'm a stand for the Stylistics. That's something that I'm crazy about. I think people are just taking it too far.
Yeah.
Like this thing who posts every 5 seconds a picture of Beyonce. This is a crazed fan, and Beyonce
And he
watched
fucks
for
with
him.
me. He fucks with me because he will go on Twitter and say something about Rihanna, knowing I'm gonna see it, and I have to reply because I know he's doing that because he I know TT gonna see this. That's why he be doing that.
But
shit.
this person right here talking about Beyonce, but he went to her concert and was excited about going. Never went to Alicia Keys' concert.
Oh, I have been to. No. You need to stop saying that because I have been to Alicia Keys'
I
concert.
didn't know you went to her.
I've been
concerts.
to 2 of her concerts.
Oh, well, you was more.
So
pumped
sit
about
back
being
and have a seat. Because you get a little
you was more pumped about seeing Big.
I was not more.
Yes, you was.
I paid $100. I'm gonna be goddamn pumped. And I sure was at her concert. I don't think you're ready for this crazy in love. I sure was, because I paid for it. And I was that same way when I went to Alicia Keys' concert. I went to her concert in Central Park before she got famous when I was living in New York. I was 13 years old.
Oh, wow. Beyonce is the best.
See, that's
Well,
fucking Beyonce's
how do you
thing.
define the best?
I mean,
Because she get on stage in a dirty ass bathing suit and flaunt around in her.
But dirty.
she might get. She
How
might.
about yeast infection? You didn't see her on the
she
commercial?
She might.
Flipping that wig?
She might get on stage in a dirty bikini, but she does more than what Rihanna will ever do on stage. Because Rihanna will walk. She will walk. And then she'll turn around and walk again, and then she'll turn around and walk again, and then it's all over. And you're like, I paid my fucking money for this.
See, Alicia goes with my kind of. I love her music. That's my personality. She's a.
Girl, what you was saying?
Go ahead, continue. Just go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
see, I don't appreciate when people say
Pop
something like
off.
she's a home wrecker, and that
Pop
ties
off.
into marriage because you don't know shit about no marriage. She is nobody's home wrecker. If anybody's a home wrecker, it's Beyonce.
No,
okay?
no,
Because
no,
Jay-Z
no,
always
no,
with
no.
Foxy. Jay-Z was with Foxy.
Wait.
That's a real
Wait.
WTV exclusive.
How is Beyonce home? Jay-Z only slept with Foxy.
No,
He
no,
was
no,
not-
no.
wait.
Songcry was about Foxy Brown, boo.
But he was not with her.
Songcry was
Let me
about
let me
Foxy
finish
Brown,
my
boo.
statement.
Girl, you gotta touch my...
He was not with her when he got with Beyonce. So therefore, she did not break anybody. So now Alicia Keys, that's
Separated.
Alicia Keys.
They were separated.
But Rashonda was working on that marriage.
But
and Alicia with her little
Whitney
light
wasn't.
skin ass
West
on
Beach
in
was
there.
trying to stay in it when Mashonda.
And Alicia
Whatever.
was her little mixed ass, swung her
Whatever.
little ass
This
on
is
in
my
there.
Whatever.
thing. This is my thing, though.
Whatever.
And
Only Beyonce can
To
do
you
a L'Oreal
Beyonce
commercial about
fans?
hair and she wears a wig.
hold on, to you Beyonce stands. It's no shade against Beyonce. I love Beyonce.
Yeah, I do too.
We
I like
just
her.
kid with each other about
This
Beyonce.
is a
So
joke,
don't
right.
be trying to, comment on this show. But this is why I like Rihanna. Not only for her music, I like her for her style. I like Rihanna mostly for her personality. If you follow Rihanna on Twitter, she has a personality. She doesn't seem like one of those artists that's a robot.
We are just
We
playing.
sit here
Right,
and
it's not-
go at Rihanna and Beyonce back and forth.
And
It's
5
fun.
minutes later,
It's not
what
that
we
because at the
yeah.
end of the day, they ass ain't cutting me no
They
check.
ain't cutting no check.
So good luck to them. I ain't getting none of that money.
And when you think about it, it is so difficult to obtain success on that level in the music industry. And for women, I mean, it's just phenomenal that you have these women of color who are at the top of the game.
Yeah.
And it's like
That's
one,
what we really should be
That's
standing
and
what
that's
Yeah.
what we really should be at. So
Yeah.
you really shouldn't. I mean, I shouldn't have to tear your woman down to defend mine. And where can we find BoiRevolution?
You can check out BoiRevolution every Monday at 10 p.m. on blogtalkradio.com/BoiRevolution. And also, all of our episodes are on our website, on our webpage. You can listen to all the previous episodes and everything. So
Get to know us. Come in.
come into our world.
Come into the dark with
Join
the boys.
Yes, come into the dark. You know you
Well,
want to.
I just want to wish you guys continued success. I do love what
Thank
you're
you.
doing. I'm
Same
just
to
glad
you.
that it's heated, it's fun, but most of all, it's positive. And you're so classy.
Thank you. I told him. I told him what
Run
No,
I'm
they
Hey.
ain't taught me nothing. You ain't taught me nothing.
No,
So
but thank
again,
you.
continued success.
Hold on. I'm
Uh-huh.
sorry to interrupt you. You taught us how to be classy? You don't even know how to spell it.
All right, on that note, thank you for tuning in to 3OW TV. Support BoiRevolution. I'm Lonnell Williams. Always standing your light.
BoiRevolution.